Hello, beautiful, and welcome to the Prosperous Womb. Today, we're going to talk about the real cost of impact because I hear a lot of BS in the coaching industry about what impact is and what it isn't. And this is not a my impact is better than your impact kind of thing, or my coaching business is better than your coaching business kind of thing. It is facing reality when it comes to making money in your business and why there's a difference between $10,000 and $1,000,000. One of the questions that I ask in Supernatural and in the High Ticket Profit Explosion VIP Day is, what is your commitment to making money this year over the next 18 months? What impact are you committed to making with money? Not just with your marketing, not just with your sales, but with real cash. Because some of the work that my clients do takes real money. A lot of clients are attracted to me a lot of times because of some of the charity work that I've done. A lot of clients want to put humans through college. They want to sponsor 5 humans to go to college. They want to build a school in Africa. I just had a lawyer come to me and say, I want to quit my job and go to Kenya and build schools, right? She was making $450,000 a year at her legal job, and she wanted to quit that job, become a coach, so she can go build schools in Africa because she doesn't think she can do that as an attorney. And there's other things they want to do, but there's a cost to that. The first time that I got to pay for 2 people to go to college, I was making just $111,000 a year. It was in 2004, and I was barely making 6 figures after taxes. That money was not enough. Tuition is expensive. And at that time, it wasn't in-state or out of state. It was international tuition for 2 humans, okay? I also had a lot of other financial obligations and charity work and charities that I was contributing to at the time. So there were times during the semesters where I had to borrow money to pay tuition because it was a commitment I had made. There have been many, many years over the last 20 years that I've had to borrow money from friends or from colleagues to do my charity work because not enough money was coming in, or that $350,000 was not enough, because there's a real cost to impact. So in our coaching business, we love to have a lot of fluff about value and impact has different buckets. Impact could mean you are here to work with 1 million different people. That is a movement. I am not into that. So if that's your thing, great. Then spread that impact, and then you also have your money impact. What are you doing with your money? Because the money we make is not to fill an empty bucket. For me personally, in my coaching business, my definition of impact is working one-to-one with the attorneys or the accountants or the coaches that I work with, and then using the money that I make to invest in a human who wants to go to college and get that degree, and that person gets to invest in the lives of many, many other million people, okay? And I see the impact of that now with just one person getting their degree and then going and getting their master's degree and then going and getting a job or being in a position where now they're influencing thousands of people. That to me is life. So whatever your decision is for your coaching business, whatever your decision is or your definition of impact is, here's the reality. There's a difference between $10,000 and $1,000,000. So when you come in to work with me, the first thing I ask is, what is your commitment? Do you want 10% growth every month, like drip, drip, drip? Or do you want 10x growth, 10x exponential results? Because that's where the real impact lies. It takes money to make impact. Don't let anybody bullshit you on that. I know that for sure. My bank account knows that. Okay, my credit knows that. So here's the thing. $100,000 is the easiest to do. You can do this math if you've made $250,000 last year. You can do this math if you made $1,000,000 last year. I know my coach made $4 million, and her goal for this year is $10 million. So what's your exponential growth? Let's say you made $100,000 last year. Do you want 10% incremental growth, which is $10,000 this year? Or do you want 10x, which means you make $1,000,000 this year? The reason why I support clients to create exponential profit, it's not because they're filling an empty bucket with money. It's not because they're building a house full of needles, but it's because they're choosing to impact millions of lives with the money, whether it's sowing into the work of God's kingdom, with their church, their synagogue, their mosque, whatever it is their spiritual affiliation is, whether they're putting kids through school, building schools, paying for water so that this community can have clear running water, working with Plan International or St. Jude's, like whatever charity work they're doing. It costs something after their mortgage is paid, after their taxes are paid, after insurance is paid, after they travel with their kids, after they've invested in their own family and created their own savings and their investments. It takes money. So it's not that you're greedy because you want to make $1 million this year, but if you're planning and actually making a deeper impact, not the widespread, okay? But if you're planning on going narrow and really deep, it's going to cost cash. So I invite you to consider, do I want a 10x growth this year and make another $10,000 to go from $100,000 to $110,000, or go from $250,000 to $275,000? Or do I want a 10x and multiply the number by itself? Because even if I don't get that million or that 10 million, I can at least drop halfway in based on the work I'm doing and the commitment to the impact I'm here to do in the world. So who's God calling you to be? What is your assignment? Who are you in your identity? What is your big why for the money that you're making? Which bucket is it going to fall into, and does the bucket have a hole in it? Let me know how this lands for you. And if you're saying to yourself, Mimi, how can I create my 10x profit explosion? How can I create exponential growth, not just for impact, so that I can up-level my life and do all the things that I want to do for myself? Then come to the High Ticket Profit Explosion live event for women coaches. The link is below, or you can go to highticketprofitexplosionevent.com. It's been good having you.